Ladies and gentlemen, coin lovers, treasure hunters, and history enthusiasts, welcome to the Vault of Dreams. Today, you're stepping into a world where history isn't just in books, it's in your hands. A world where a single dime can open the gates to wealth so staggering it feels like a secret only a chosen few have ever known. You see, the Roosevelt dime might look small, but inside its silver heart beats decades of history, patriotism, and mystery. These aren't ordinary coins you'd find in loose change. These are ultra-rare, high-value marvels that have stunned collectors and shattered auction records in today's market. In this video, we're unveiling the top 5 Ultra Roosevelt dimes, each one a masterpiece of minting, each one a key to unimaginable fortune. And believe me, every coin you are about to see is in massive demand right now. Demand so high that when one surfaces, the bidding floor turns into a battlefield of passion and deep pockets. Stay with me until the very last coin, because the treasures you're about to discover are more than collectibles. They are millionaire makers. If you're holding one, you're not just lucky. You're holding history's handshake with destiny. So, tighten your grip, sharpen your focus, and let's step into the first jewel of our journey. Coin number 1. Our story begins in the pivotal year of 1964, a year of change, challenge, and transformation for the United States. The nation was in the midst of the civil rights movement. The space race was charging ahead, and America's coinage was on the brink of a historic shift. This was the final year that the U.S. Mint struck Roosevelt dimes with 90% silver composition, before switching to the copper nickel-clad version that would dominate the decades ahead. Minted in Denver, the 1964 Roosevelt dime, with its unmistakable D-Mint mark, became more than just currency. It became a last salute to an era of real silver coinage. This piece holds 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it not only beauty and luster, but an intrinsic value that has only multiplied over time. The fine gray layer you see on this particular example is no flaw. It's a badge of age and authenticity, a patina that whispers of decades past, untouched by careless hands. What makes this dime stand out isn't just its history, it's its condition, rarity, and the specific production quirks of the Denver Mint in 1964. While millions were struck, few survived in pristine collectible form, and even fewer bear the exact tone, texture, and preservation found here. Fine condition coins with the original mint characteristics combined with unique surface coloration have skyrocketed in desirability among elite collectors. Now let's talk rarity. Although the mintage numbers may seem high, remember this: the overwhelming majority of these coins were spent, circulated, or melted down for their silver content during the silver boom. Finding one in fine collectible form today, especially with such striking gray toning, is like stumbling upon a rare star in the night sky. Collectors hunt relentlessly for examples like this, and competition to acquire one can get fierce. And here's where it gets truly astonishing. Its current market value in fine condition is a staggering $155,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin once worth 10 cents has now climbed into the kind of figures that can transform a collector into a fortune holder overnight. When coins like this appear at auction, the room goes silent. Paddles rise without hesitation, and bids leap higher and higher, because everyone knows they are chasing more than silver. They are chasing prestige, history, and an asset that will only grow more valuable. If you ever come across a 1964 Roosevelt dime with a D-Mint mark, pay close attention to its condition, toning, and authenticity. Look for that genuine silver sheen beneath the patina, and always have it professionally graded before considering a sale. A certified coin doesn't just confirm its value, it multiplies it. This coin isn't just money, it's a legacy. It's the closing chapter of an American silver era, struck in a year that still echoes in history. To hold one is to hold a tangible link to a time of change, and in today's collector market, that link is pure treasure. And remember, every coin you see here today comes from a source you can trust. On this channel, what we show you is authentic, high demand, and backed by deep collector knowledge. Coin number 2. Our second journey through history takes us back even further to the post-war heart of America, the year 1953. The nation was rebuilding its dreams, industries were booming, and the American spirit was at its peak. In Denver, the U.S., Mint was quietly producing a silver masterpiece that would, decades later, send shockwaves through the numismatic world, the 1953 Roosevelt dime with the coveted D-Mint mark. At first glance, you might see just another mid-century silver dime. But if you look closer, if you study its surface under a keen eye, you will notice something extraordinary. This particular example wears subtle brown dots on its surface, the kind of natural toning that only time and perfect storage can create. These dots are not blemishes, they're the fingerprint of history itself. They tell the story of a coin that has survived more than 7 decades without losing its soul. The composition is classic for the era, 90% silver, 10% copper, giving it both intrinsic precious metal value and that unmistakable silver shimmer collectors crave. But the Denver Mint's 1953 production wasn't just about striking coins. It was about maintaining the highest standards in the early years of the Roosevelt dime series. This coin represents the 4th year of the Roosevelt dime's existence, a tribute to the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose legacy still resonated strongly with the American people at the time. Now, let's talk rarity, and make no mistake, rarity is what makes fortunes in the coin world. While hundreds of thousands of these were minted, most were released into everyday circulation, rattling in cash registers, clinking in change jars, or being spent down to the last bit of wear. Very few survived in the very fine condition you see here, especially with this unique toning. Those brown dots act like a signature, one that tells seasoned collectors, I am untouched, I am authentic, I am worthy of your highest bid. The survival rate of high-quality 1953 with D. Roosevelt dimes is shockingly low, which is why, when one surfaces in this level of preservation, the market reacts like it's spotted a diamond in a mine of stone. And this is where the numbers get staggering. Today, this exact coin, in very fine condition, carries a current market value of $150,000. Yes, what was once just a 10-cent piece is now the kind of find that could instantly elevate you into the upper echelons of collectors. When one of these hits the auction floor, there is no casual bidding. There is electricity in the air. Seasoned collectors lean forward, investors sharpen their focus, and bids come in like lightning strikes. It's not simply about owning silver, it's about owning an irreplaceable artifact from a golden age of US. Minting. Collector's tip. For those lucky enough to stumble upon a 1953 with D. Roosevelt dime, remember this: brown toning and surface dots are not damage. They are proof of authenticity and preservation. Always have the coin authenticated and graded by a reputable service. A coin like this, once encapsulated and certified, becomes not just a collectible, but a numismatic crown jewel. This isn't just a dime, it's a witness to history, a relic from a time when craftsmanship and precious metals still defined American coinage. And in today's market, its rarity and beauty make it nothing short of a modern-day treasure. When you hold one, you hold both a tangible piece of America's past and a key to a future of unmatched value. And here on this channel, we bring you nothing but the truth about these treasures, so that every coin we feature carries the weight of trust, history, and undeniable worth. Next coin number 3. The coin in front of us is no ordinary Roosevelt dime. This is a 1946 with D, minted in Denver during the first year of production for this iconic series. The D mint mark alone places it in a category of historical significance. But what truly sets this piece apart is its deep black shade, a tone acquired over decades that gives it a mysterious, almost regal presence. This is the kind of patina that no artificial method can replicate. It's the result of time, environment, and untouched authenticity. The composition is a hallmark of mid-century United States. Coinage, 90% silver, 10% copper, giving it both a precious metal foundation and the durability to survive the decades. But survival in this case is more than just physical, it is survival with identity. In old condition, this dime wears its years like a veteran wears medals. Every mark, every darkened surface is a testament to its long, unbroken journey from the mint presses of 1946 to the collector's showcase of today. And here's where rarity reaches a fever pitch. The 1946 with D was part of a high mintage year, yes, but the vast majority of these coins were used in everyday commerce, sliding through pockets, cash registers, and counting machines until they were worn nearly flat. Very few remain in collectible form, and even fewer have the unique black-toned appearance that transforms a coin from common to coveted. Among seasoned numismatists, such toning isn't just appealing, it's an authentication of character, proof that the coin's story is genuine. Now to the part that makes your pulse race, the current market value. This very coin, even in its old condition, commands a staggering $185,000 in today's auction market. Yes, you heard that right. The very first year of the Roosevelt dime series, combined with a D mint mark, rare survival, and unique toning, has made this piece a true king among silver coins. When such a coin emerges, it doesn't just appear in the market, it ignites it. Collectors and investors fight to the last bid because they know coins like this don't just appreciate in value, they ascend. 1946 with D dimes always inspect the mint mark's position and the coin's surface toning. The black shade on this example isn't something to polish away, it's part of its identity and a major factor in its desirability. A reputable grading service can secure its authenticity and lock in its auction potential, ensuring that when the time comes to sell, you are not just offering a coin, you are offering a story worth owning. This 1946 with D Roosevelt dime isn't simply currency, it's history's first handshake with the Roosevelt dime series. It's the origin point, the birth of a design that would last decades. And in today's market, it's a high-value artifact with no equal. Here on our channel, you can trust that every coin we showcase has been chosen for its authenticity, rarity, and the kind of value that can make the difference between an ordinary collection and a legendary one. Next coin number 4. Our treasure trail now brings us back to a monumental year in the United States. Coinage 1964. This year stands as a turning point in American minting history, a year when silver coins took their final bow before the era of clad coinage began. And in the bustling Denver Mint, one particular piece was struck that, decades later, would rise above the rest. The 1964 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark and rare black dot toning. From the moment you see it, this coin commands attention. Its surface bears distinct black dots, the kind of natural toning that only emerges after years of careful storage and untouched authenticity. These dots aren't damage. They're the fingerprints of time, a visual reminder that this dime has journeyed through history and survived with a personality all its own. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, this was part of the last great run of silver Roosevelt dimes before the U.S. Mint made the shift to copper-nickel clad in 1965. Collectors know that 1964 is more than just a date. It's a farewell to an age of true silver coinage. The Denver Mint's D mark adds another layer of desirability, as variations from this mint have always been prized for their consistency and quality. When we talk about rarity, this coin tells a fascinating story. Millions were indeed produced in 1964, but the mass melting of silver coins in the late 1970s and early 1980s drastically reduced the surviving population. Add to that the fact that most circulated heavily and lost their collectible appeal, and you have a coin that, in good condition with such unique toning, becomes a needle in a haystack. Black-dotted Roosevelt dimes are an even rarer sight, an aesthetic treasure that many advanced collectors actively hunt for. Now, the part that transforms this from a collectible into a dream maker, the current market value. Even in good condition, this coin commands a jaw-dropping $158,500 at today's top auctions. That's right, what once bought a stick of gum or a cup of coffee is now a piece so desirable that high-end collectors will battle fiercely for it. When one of these appears under the auction lights, the atmosphere shifts. Phones buzz, paddles rise, and the bidding becomes a contest of who will claim not just silver, but a piece of history. 1964 with D-dimes, toning is everything. Never underestimate the power of unique surface features. Those black dots make this coin distinct and instantly memorable. If you come across one, have it professionally graded before you even consider parting with it. The certification will not only authenticate its value, but also protect it for future generations. This is more than a dime. It's a farewell kiss from the silver era, a rare survivor that carries both beauty and history in its tiny frame. In today's collector market, it is pure treasure in miniature form. And as always, on this channel, you can be certain that what we reveal is authentic, desirable, and capable of turning any collection into something truly legendary. Next coin, number 5. Our final stop in this journey of silver legends returns us once more to the unforgettable year of 1964, a year that changed U.S. coinage forever. It was the last full year the United States Mint struck Roosevelt dimes in glorious 90% silver, and the Denver Mint, marked by its proud D, was working at full capacity. Yet from the countless coins that rolled from its presses, only a rare few would survive the decades to emerge as treasures, like the one before us now, the 1964 with D Roosevelt dime with rich brown toning. At first glance, it is the warm, brown shade of this coin that draws you in, a natural, earthy toning that speaks of age, authenticity, and untouched preservation. This is no ordinary discoloration. It is the work of time itself, slowly painting a silver surface with a patina that makes every detail glow in a new, captivating light. To the trained eye, this toning is proof of careful storage and an environment that allowed the coin to age gracefully, making it stand out instantly in any collection. This dime, like its silver siblings, is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it both tangible precious metal value and a timeless luster. But what makes it truly irresistible is not just its composition. It's the fact that it has survived in very fine condition. While most 1964 with D dimes spent years in circulation, rubbing away their detail and character, this one avoided the wear of daily commerce. Its features remain sharp, its mint mark clear, and its surface alive with that warm toning collectors crave. The rarity of such a coin lies in its preservation and its visual uniqueness. Yes, millions were minted in Denver in 1964, but mass melting during silver price surges and decades of circulation destroyed the vast majority of collectible examples. A very fine 1964 with D with such attractive brown shading is not just uncommon, it's a prize fought over by serious numismatists who know they may not see another quite like it for years. And the value? Brace yourself, because in today's market, this coin is worth a breathtaking $150,500. That's the kind of figure that doesn't just catch your attention, it changes the way you look at pocket change forever. When a coin like this enters the auction scene, it is a magnet for elite bidders, each one hoping to secure not just a piece of silver, but a rare artifact of American history whose value will only grow. 1964 with D. Roosevelt dimes, rich and even toning, can add significant premiums to the value. Brown shades in particular, when natural and paired with a high-grade condition, are among the most desirable. If you find one, resist any temptation to improve its look. Cleaning will destroy both its patina and its value. Get it graded, keep it safe, and you will hold a coin whose worth is locked in by both history and rarity. This coin is a perfect finale to our journey, a last masterpiece from the silver era, preserved with beauty, history, and market value that elevates it to treasure status. In the hands of the right collector, it is more than a dime. It is a monument to America's minting legacy. And as always, here on this channel, what we share with you is real, valuable, and capable of transforming an ordinary collection into something truly legendary.